Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Mindset with Mary podcast. I'm your host, Mary. And here we teach busy minds how to live their most authentic life, how to gain confidence, and how to step into their power. Girl, if you've got a busy mind, then stay tuned because each week we're going to dive into topics like mindfulness, resilience, goal setting, self-empowerment, sharing tips and stories to help you navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence. If you're ready to unlock your full potential and create a life you love, grab a cup of coffee, find a cozy spot, and let's embark on this journey of growth and transformation together. Welcome to Mindset with Mary. Why, hello. Welcome to part 2 of limiting beliefs. Today we're going to talk about how to rewire those limiting beliefs. So now that you know how they are formed and how they could potentially be impacting your life currently and how you may or may not want to start becoming more aware of that, let's step into how you rewire those. And I have a process for you that we'll walk through step by step. So the first piece is awareness. And we kind of already talked about that, and you may have already started to become aware of some of those limiting beliefs. So that is the first step. If you don't know that it's limiting you, you're not going to know that it's holding you back. So start to become aware and just really give yourself a moment to self-reflect. Or maybe you just want to sit down tomorrow and just ask, in a journal, like, what are the things that could potentially be holding me back? What are those limiting beliefs? And start to identify them so that you can become aware of them. And then number 2, part of the process, really challenge those negative beliefs and understand that you weren't born with the beliefs, right? So once you've identified them, you need to start questioning their validity. I can't say that word, validity. And asking yourself if they're based on facts or assumptions. Is this like, can you 100% prove that this belief is true? Right? And if you can't, then it's probably just an assumption or something that is not, needs to be let go. So just really start to challenge them and ask yourself, what is it? What evidence is there to support that it's actually not true, that this belief is not true? And so that might be, another day of sitting down and journaling and just asking yourself, why? Why would they be true? Why are they not true? And just really just digging into the nitty gritty details of it. So, and then digging into step number 3 is to reshape and reframe. So this is how you're going to rewire those beliefs and change them on a subconscious level so that they're running in the background on replay, and that your reticular activating system can filter out information based on this new belief versus filtering it out based on what you used to believe. And that's just really, we talked a little bit about repetition and how that, the rain coming into the soil and really just like, that's how it works for your brain, right? Like the more and more we repeat something, the more and more it becomes part of those neural pathways, and it becomes ingrained into our mindset and our beliefs. And so what we need to start doing is reshaping it and creating the belief that we really want to believe, and repeating, things like affirmations and visualization. These are going to be things that help you. So affirmations, creating an affirmation that supports your new belief, and maybe making a couple sticky notes around the house and posting them, waking up every morning and writing in a journal this new affirmation. And if it doesn't feel true, something that you're going to want to start doing is maybe move it from an affirmation to a declaration, where you, instead of, saying like, this is what I believe, saying like, more and more every day I'm starting to believe this. And so that it can gradually make its way into your brain without completely rejecting it. Because we want to have the thing that makes affirmations work is not just by repeating them 100%, is by feeling the emotions, right? If we connect the affirmation to this powerful emotion, it's going to ingrain into our system a lot more and have a more positive response and ability to actually become part of those neural pathways that lead you to actually, getting that repetition in and believing it. I feel like I did not explain that very well. I am not a neurobiologist, but bear with me here. And then visualization. I love visualization because what it does for you is it puts you into this version of you that is already embodied, or has already accomplished the goal, and it gets you into that mindset. And really what that does for you is it helps you see the pathway there, right? Because if you're in your old mindset, you're not going to be able to see the pathway to where you need to go. But if you're in this new mindset and you see yourself there and you envision it, then you're going to see what steps you need to take. You're going to see what you need to do and what you need to let go of to get you there. So start to visualize it, and it's going to help you and really will help you put that new belief into your subconscious mind the more and more you do that. Okay, next thing, consistency. You have to be consistent, right? Now that we're aware of what's going on. We've questioned the, whether or not it's an actual fact. And now we're starting to reshape that new belief. You need to be consistent about it. This is where the repetition comes in. You can't just repeat an affirmation once a week and expect it to be a part of your new mindset. It needs to filter in as if it were another belief, right? As if someone were to constantly tell you over and over as a child, like, that's too expensive, that's too expensive. You need to start doing that with this new belief, right? More and more I'm starting to see that money is an abundant resource and there's so much to go around, and I'm really starting to see that, and the evidence is showing up for me here, and here. And I'm consistently envisioning myself every day in that version of me who is able to create more money and bring that into my life. And I'm doing that consistently. So maybe you take a habit app or something and add it to your habit and do that every day and make it non-negotiable, so you can really start to rewire that. There's so many other forms of things that can help you rewire, like hypnosis and EFT tapping, and even just like going to a therapist, EMDR. If it's more on the lines of trauma, you're going to definitely want to go see a therapist for that. That's not so much in the life coaching realm, because those emotions that could come up in a session would just be too much for someone who didn't have that experience and background and the certifications and education for that. And a life coach, that's just not what we do. But anyways, there's so many things that really can help you rewire whatever it is that you choose to, utilize, whatever strategy, whatever thing you're going to do. Just be consistent so that it can repeat itself over and over and over again and become a part of your subconscious beliefs and processes. So then the fifth thing I want you to do is really start surrounding yourself with people who are going to support and uplift you. Sometimes we don't recognize or notice that, there are people around us who constantly put us down, and maybe just becoming aware of that and recognizing that either, we don't share certain things with these kinds of people, or maybe we let go of these relationships with these people who are potentially, holding us back because maybe they're just not being very supportive and helping us reach our goals. So that's a whole nother episode. I'm not telling you to just go and break up with your boyfriend or leave a relationship or anything like that. I'm just saying, become aware of it and maybe start to put more focus and emphasis on spending time with people who support you. And then the sixth thing I really want you to do, and without this piece of it, you will not be able to rewire, because the emotions that are created from just being hard on yourself and not having self-compassion is going to not allow you to fully embed that into your mindset. You need to be kind to yourself and know that this process is slow, and every time you start to feel like I'm not doing good enough, this isn't enough, now you're just putting that belief into your brain, right? And then you're going to start to believe that the more I work on this, the more I don't feel like it's good enough, so why am I working on it? So you need to just be patient and really just know that it's a process, and treat yourself as if you were a friend, right? We sometimes treat ourselves very poorly. Ask yourself, how would my best friend treat me? And treat yourself that way when working on your goal, especially if you haven't gotten there yet. So that is the 6-step process on how to rewire your beliefs. Hopefully that helps you start to, be able to let go of the crap that's holding us back. I love you so very much. Thank you for tuning in. If this is helpful, please share it with a friend. Subscribe so you can tune into the next episode and get notified when more come your way. And if you haven't already, go rate and review the podcast. That's going to help other people see that this was helpful for you. If it was, I'm hoping it was. And then maybe it could impact their lives and help them as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more resources and tips and tricks, or if you want to try out the manifestation journal or do some one-on-one coaching, go check out the links in the show notes. Thank you for tuning in. Love you. Mwah. Bye.